Now come on, baby.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Doubles Duke. This video is brought to you by me picking up my wife from her job. Well, today we were blessed with the Avengers Endgame trailer, teaser trailer actually. And I must say, for a little 2-minute video, it made me absurdly moist. Very wet. But I got a little issue upon this. See, there's a lot of guys out there I grew up with or known me throughout my adolescence. Selected few. We had a crew, back in junior high. We had my man Carlos, Jonelle, we had Christopher Robbins, select a few people, man, Hojo, and we used to always talk comics, man. We were big X-Men heads, big time. But I dabbled into the other characters more than the other guys, but primarily we were just X-Men guys. I was Wolverine, anything that dealt with Wolverine, I was into it. But yeah, a lot of people, I was on my news feed on Facebook, on my personal page. I saw a lot of people who I knew throughout middle school and high school. And they were like, oh, yeah, man, I'm excited for Avengers 4, Endgame and all this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, you into comics? Like, so where was you? High school? You wasn't rocking? You wasn't bringing comic books to class and reading and trading cards, and you wasn't even given any smidgen of a notion that you was into that stuff. Why all of a sudden? And it dawned on me. Notorious Jag, he said it best. He says the bandwagon. Now, I'm not gonna pass by. I wouldn't pass that by and say that's all of you guys. But it just shows like how sad it is to be a part of this hobby or whatever you want to call it. It's like I was never ashamed of what I liked. I repped it. The only thing I couldn't do at that point in time of growing up was I couldn't wear the t-shirts or nothing like that because I was always a big kid and they never made my size. So that was the only thing that sucked. But then I got lucky. One year, Echo Clothing, I don't know if you guys know that, remember that brand, but he's still around. He got the licensing to do Marvel stuff. And that's when I took full advantage. Well, I tried, because he did make my size, but it was hard to find a lot of things. And I used to have to get them a lot at Bloomingdale's or Bloomingdale's, and where else we used to go to? Yeah, Bloomies. We used to go to Bloomies, and not a lot of stores in 3rd Avenue carried them in the Bronx. So, I had to travel. But I was lucky enough to get a Spider-Man button down, Silver Surfer button down. And I got one more I can't recall right now. And I just got that on a whim. I just got it because it was Marvel. It wasn't even a gray shirt. But then I started to see more of the high-end stuff he was making. But it was a little expensive. He had a nice Wolverine sweater, Punisher sweater. He had the Punisher hat with the skull on it. The sweater had the skull. I couldn't afford that. It was $100. I wasn't working in high school at that time. But I tried. I tried to rep as much as I can, as much as I was allowed to with what I had, what I dealt with. So I understand if you guys were embarrassed. I'm not mad at you guys, but it's just sad, man. It's like this was like a thing that helped us get away from reality. It gave us a place to go to to get away from hardships. And it's sad that some of you guys let that intimidate you in such a way you were embarrassed to show that you represented that. Because you could have been a comic book head and still been into anything, you know, like high school. I used to play with the cool kids of spades. I used to hang out with them here and there, and they knew me for who I was. I never covered who I was. And you should always live your life like that. It really humbled me. Like, you know, people, I guess because people accepted me because I was also an artist. I drew, and that was another thing. I used to surround myself with people who drew. We used to draw, you know. Some were better than others, you know. But it was always, we always had similar interests, and we were never considered geeks or nerds. Well, not to my knowledge. You know, everybody liked me. I was a well-liked person. I was a dick in middle school, you know. You know, I used to, I would hit girls if they hit me, I would just hit them back, you know, even though I was raised not to. But I always lived by the mantra: as long as you don't disrespect my face and you don't hit me in my nuts, we good. So if a female did that, I would swing back. I'm guilty of that. Bear on me, fellas. I'm driving. That's why I'm in and out. But yeah, you know how it is. I'm not. By no means am I like that anymore. I don't get down like that. But right, Vic? She laughs. But yeah, you know, it's just the whole point of this message is just don't be embarrassed. Just because right now it's cool and it's the trend to be a geek, you should never waited till it was that, because you missed out on a lot. You miss out on communities. You miss out on developing friendships. You know, true friendships. Like, you know, like I'm a type of friend where we don't have to talk for 5 years, but that 5 years ago when we pick up, it was like we never didn't speak for 5 years. You would think we spoke every day of the week, and that was it there, you know. But this is sad. It makes me sad, man. Like, people waited till it was cool. It was cool to be a comic book fan, to show that they had an interest in that. That's the kind of sucks. But to each his own. Now you rep it hard, rep it wholeheartedly, and enjoy it, man. It's a good time to be a comic book fan. We got movies, we got toys, we got everything. It's like you don't even see. It's like a lot of movies that have come out now. They're not even original storylines anymore. Everything's derived from a book, derived from a comic, based on something. It's not like the way the movies were in the 80s and the 90s. Everything's comics almost, man. You know? And it all started with a little movie called Spider-Man. It all started with that. I mean, actually, no, let's go back even further. It started with Batman, 89. He was my second favorite hero. But you know, DC has been lost that grasp on good movies. I'm really hoping for Aquaman to be good, even though Aquaman is like the lamest hero known to mankind. Hopefully Momoa could change that, you know. But I'm not counting on it. But anyway, man, like I said, I'm not back officially, guys. It's a whole situation. I'll try to start posting some vlog videos mostly, but I won't be doing any toy reviews anytime soon. And the reason for that is because my wife and I, we had to move last April, right, babe? It was April?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to move last April. And, you know, it was another messed up situation, but we had to move last April. and we're in even a smaller apartment than the last one. So right now, the little bit toys I do get when I can afford it, because also I know you guys know I have a son now. He's 5 months old, and it's been hard to collect since his birth. So I haven't really been buying many toys. I've been getting lucky here and there, been blessed by good friends. They've been looking out for me. You know, I've been selling some of my stuff, my personal stuff, so I can buy the newer stuff. Like stuff that I feel like I live without. But you know, mostly all the legends, the newer ones that I've been able to acquire. It's been through luck, through being fortunate and having good friends, because a lot of my friends looked out, you know. But you know, so all my figures are at my mom's house, so I haven't been able to review. I haven't been able to do customs. All that stuff is at my mom's house. I go to my mom's house every day because I work for her. I'm her caretaker, but that's about to change real soon. Hopefully, with this change coming, that the wife and I are counting on, we can get a bigger place next year. Hopefully, pray for me, guys. If anybody needs a Patreon, it's me. But nah, I'm not in it for that, man. I'm in it for the love, and I understand some people do this for a living, like my boy Russ. I'm sorry, my boy Charlemagne Prime. You know, they do this for a living, so I could totally understand why he needs a Patreon. It's hard out there. All the reprising YouTube has done and Google has done when it comes to YouTube, and they cutting funds and stuff. Oh, you let me in, thank you. They cutting funds. They changed the landscape. Like I've lost plenty of videos too because of this change, but it's all right. But thanks guys for watching. You know, I really appreciate this. I know it might not get a lot of views, but you know, I just wanted to say that, man. It's just a shame. I'm sorry, but maybe now in adulthood, maybe we could reconnect, and I can show you what you've been missing for all these years. You know, maybe. So that's it for now. It's your boy Devil's Due, and I'm out. One.